Maybe you're thinking of moving to McAllen, Texas, either by yourself or with your family, or maybe you're just planning a visit there. Border cities like McAllen, Texas often get a bad rap for their proximity to Mexico, people thinking that there's way more crime in those cities. It's literally right on the border. You can't get closer to Mexico than McAllen, Texas, which I love about it. So how safe is it? Well, today I'm gonna talk about some of the things that I found online, as well as my personal experience living there for over a year with my family. Keep in mind, this information is based on surveys and other assessments of cities. McAllen has consistently reported declining crime rates over the past 38 years, with a 2.2% drop between 2022 and 2023, achieving its lowest crime rate in nearly 4 decades. In 2023, it was ranked the 3rd safest city in the US by smartasset.com. For cities of similar size, McAllen's crime rate is lower than average. Surveys indicate that 86% of residents feel pretty safe or very safe, with 55% rating law enforcement as very visible and responsive. Only 2% reported that they don't feel safe, which to me, that's great. With its proximity to Reynosa, Mexico, sometimes associated with cartel violence, McAllen maintains a strong safety record. According to my experience living in McAllen for over a year, not only did I feel extremely safe while living there, it ended up being one of my very favorite places I've ever lived, and I have lived in quite a few different states. I always felt safe taking my family to the parks, to the libraries, going downtown and going to different events in the surrounding areas. In my experience, it's extremely family friendly and the people are just friendly. The only thing I ever heard of, even while I was there, apart from just regular crime stuff that you hear about, was a vehicle break-in that happened like 45 minutes west of McAllen, kind of on the outskirts. That happened to a vehicle in the neighborhood of Daisy's parents. Other than that, I really didn't hear about anything. There's no city that's gonna have 0% crime, right? Like it's just, there's always gonna be weirdos, there's always gonna be bad people in every city, of course. Unless it's like a city in Antarctica, there's probably not bad people there yet. I don't know, those penguins are kind of shady. And I do totally realize that there are border cities that do have problems, where I think most of us already know to stay away from, or to be, exercise extreme caution in. But rest assured, McAllen, Texas is not like that at all. Obviously, one of the highlights about McAllen, Texas is the proximity to Mexico. And there's at least 2 different entrances into Mexico. There's the Reynosa entrance, and then there's the Progreso entrance. There might be more, but those are the 2 that me and my family went through. We went back and forth multiple times from the Reynosa entrance, and one time from the Progreso one.
So we paid $1 each to just cross the little border for the pedestrians to come across into Mexico. Here we are crossing the bridge. We are heading over into Progreso, Mexico.
Either one, we never had a single problem. The only thing was that, I don't know if this has changed in the last few months, but coming back, there was frequently a very long line that you had to wait to get to the point where you go through the security checkpoints back into the USA. Those long lines can be brutal, but we really tried to take advantage and tried to go into Mexico as often as we could, for sometimes visiting family, sometimes we wanted to go shopping, sometimes it was just a weekend and we wanted to explore and see the sights. Hey honey, I'm making a video about how safe McAllen is, and I was wondering if you have any thoughts about it.
Why is it warm? I really think it is pretty safe. There was not much to do in there. You can go just like for really long walks and just burn in the intense sun. But besides that, I always feel pretty safe. I mean, I think you just need to do just kind of like the basics, which is like, don't be like outside too late, or if you're gonna go to a bar or something, just try to not get drunk and start a fight or something. I don't know. I really remember those times with such love.
And that's coming straight from a Mexican who lived about 2.5 hours away from McAllen. Like, she was born and raised in Monterey, which is really close. So you know it's authentic. Just because a particular city is right next to Mexico does not mean that it is super dangerous and there's all this, cartel violence and kidnappings and what else. Obviously, there are some cities that do have a higher percentage of those things happening. So I think that the stereotypes about border cities in this case is super unfair, not true at all. If you are going to be moving to McAllen or visiting there, As long as you take the normal safety precautions that you always take anywhere you go, you're gonna be just fine. And again, in my experience, it just went above and beyond my expectations. Overall, it was a very fun and peaceful place to live for us. I really have no hesitations about if we were to move back there or visit there again.
Guys, I'm sure you can see I'm a little biased. I love McAllen, Texas. I love its proximity to Mexico. If you do have any questions about the McAllen, Texas area that I didn't cover, please let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to answer them for you.